Hello, welcome to the self-learning platform by Dr. Sushma Singh. Today we start Unit 27, Gandhism and Pacifism. And we start with topic the technique of non-violent action. Non-violent action is a technique of conducting protest, resistance and interventions without physical violence by acts of omission, that is, the participants' refusal to perform acts which they usually perform, are expected by custom to perform, or are required by law and regulation to perform, or acts of commission, that is, the participant perform acts which they usually do not perform, are not expected by customs to perform, or a combination of both. The technique includes a multitude of specific methods, which are grouped into three main classes: nonviolent protest and persuasion, symbolic action, communicating opinions such as parades and leafletting, non-cooperation, withholding of social, economic, or political cooperation as by social boycott, economic boycott, labor strike, or political non-cooperation and disobedience, and non-violent intervention, physical, psychological, social, economic, and political actions that disrupt the operation of a system being opposed. Although Gandhi is not the originator of non-violent struggle, he is a major historical player in its refinement and development. Gandhi also recognizes the importance of strategy, skillfulness in the choice and use of means and methods to increase the possibilities of success in non-violent struggle. He has contributed significantly to the refinement of strategy and the practice of careful strategic planning for this type of conflict. He has brought greatly increased strategic sophistication to the technique. He charted ways in which the people, both intellectual and the masses, who did not share his full belief could join in non-violent struggles and could become empowered. He challenged the most powerful and vast empire the world had ever seen and won. As per Gandhi's lessons for us, to overcome multiple conflicts, the following ideas are important. Justice and freedom require empowering oppressed people and redistributing power in society. Peace is not achieved by stifling conflicts in which important issues are at stake, but by using non-violent struggle to fight those conflicts to the point of resolution. Mass non-violent struggle in politics is possible as a substitute for both passivity and violence. Masses of people who will never accept non-violence as a moral principle will at times practice pragmatic non-violent struggle. The key to widespread adoption of non-violent means lies in formulating and implementing strategies of non-violent struggle to serve as substitute for violence for specific purpose. Non-violent struggles can be made significantly more effective if wise strategies with implementing tactics are developed and applied. Nonviolent struggles can be developed, refined, adapted in a series of specific replacement to be a substitute for violence as a final means of applying pressure and power in society and politics. Next point is the relevance of pacifism. Gandhi, who is much more realistic than some would give him credit for, knows that such a reversal would not and cannot bring into being some kind of instant utopia. Unlike some revolutionary programs, non-violence is not a program for ending every human limitations and every human imperfection. In contrast to some revolutionary creeds, non-violence does not justify crime today for the sake of a perfect tomorrow. At one level, non-violence is a transcendent ideal, that is, a higher order goal that we may approach asymptotically, but never completely attain. At another level, non-violence is a process, a way of life, an alternative approach to dealing with conflict. As such, it recognizes the inevitability of conflict, even in the best of all possible worlds, and the inevitability of human error, human egoism, and human short sightedness. Non-violence is a means for limiting the damage those imperfect human beings will otherwise inflict on each other and on the world we inhabit. In sum, nonviolence is both an ideal vision which can guide us in the transformation of human life and a means by which human beings can live together in spite of deep-rooted limitations. Nonviolence is a pursuit. Gandhi calls it a pursuit of truth. It reaches towards what is most sublime, but its roots are in a sober recognition of human vulnerability, human ignorance, and human self-centeredness. Now, summary of the unit. In short, to adopt non-violence is to adopt a new way of coming to terms with our vulnerability, a new ways of dealing with the fear to which we are subject and the fear which we can inspire in others. To enter this way is not to become defenseless. It is to receive what we mean by defense, what we consider it most urgent to defend, and all means by which we will engage in defense. When pacifism becomes a primary value, we are compelled to seek new ways to carry on and to solve conflicts, new ways to protect what is most important, and new ways to struggle for the recognition of our rights. Pacifism, non-violence, non-injury, or ahimsa, as Gandhi terms it, are all words indicating what we must avoid in our social and political relationships. If we are to build a global community, the avoidance of the infliction of injury, however, is not merely a negative achievement in spite of the negative prefix. The way of pacifism is a new way of being, imparts a new strength to those who enter it. Pacifism offers a new ways of dealing with fear, anxiety, and danger. Here we want to wind up this lecture and we have come to the end of the unit. Thank you so much for your attention.